Another thing, you see in my website that the whole website has a background image, has a background image. So how I got that particular background image is with the help of a, by selecting, first of all, by selecting the selector as body, because everything is contained in a body, and I want, because the website that we see on a web page, all the content is in a body. So if I select the character as body, the whole body will have the whole website will have a particular character, okay, respective character, that is body. So the background image is so basically, if you want to add some particular image in your CSS styling sheet, you must have to make it sure that your particular image is in your respective folder. Like in this case, I have added my image to my respective folder in which I have my style sheet, so that the style sheet does not find it difficult to find your picture. Okay, so then for how to link it, just type background image, then URL. You just mention the URL, that is my URL is yt.jpg. then you need to adjust the height, that my height is 100,000 pixels, width is 1000 pixel, and then the next attribute is background repeat. So background repeat is an attribute. So as you can see here, it's written no repeat. So basically it means, if I will just explain you a bit slower in this. So background repeat means, for example, there is a small image on my background, okay, and if I use the attribute repeat, so what will happen is that my image will be repeated until the website gets over, until the scrolling of the website, until the scrolling of particular page gets over. As in this case, as you can see, I have used the attribute no repeat, but if I go to my browser, you can see that there is no repeat within it. Okay, there is no repeat within it, but if I change the attribute to repeat, so it will be repeated. As just to show you, if I just cross back it and just save my edits, so in the browser, so as you can see here, the image is ending over here and then starting over again. The image is not, you were not able to see the repeated image completely, because the website is not too long, it's have a just basic meaning. Okay, so I hope that you understand about it. Also, if I type here the attribute no repeat, okay, if I type the attribute no repeat, so what will happen is that if I make it no repeat, as you can see, there is no repeating of the image. In this way, I think that you understood it more better. Now, rather than repeating it or not repeating it, you can particularly repeat it in particular axis. Like you want the image, for example, there is a short image, small image in your website, and you want it to be in particular x-axis, particular horizontal, or in vertical. So you need to use the respective axis for vertical and horizontal. Like if I type a repeat x repeat, so it will be repeated in the x-axis. If I type here y repeat, it will be repeated in the y-axis. Y-axis basically is vertical and x-axis is basically horizontal. So your image in the y-axis will be vertically repeated and in the x-axis will be horizontally repeated. But first you need to adjust the height and width in such a way that it becomes so small that you are able to see those changes. Okay, then its next thing is background attachment, and it's scroll and fixed, just the way I told you in my previous thing. As you can see, once I scroll my website up and down, the background is also scrolling. Like if I make it down, you can see the background is also scrolling, but the background image is also scrolling. Okay, so it's basically scrolling. And if I make it just like fixed, if I make it fixed and just save the changes, you will make it look more understandable to you. Just reloading it. So as you can see, the background is not rotating, the background is not scrolling up. The image is still there, but in the previous case the image was going up and down. Okay, so that is the basic difference between fixed and scrolling. Now that was about background attachment, and background position is in the center. You will not be able to see that particular change because my image is already fixing to the whole body. Okay, then I have used font family Pacifico. Now there is an interesting thing to know about it. In my main page at index.html, you can see that here is a linking of the Google fonts. So basically basically there are default fonts in your PC or system, but I want my fonts from some other fonts, like from the Google fonts. So what will I do is, I will go to my Google fonts website and I want the font as Pacifico. Like I want this font, so what I will do is just copy the whole style sheet link, and then what I will do is I will go to my coding browser, just paste the link over here, and then in my style sheet I will go to font family, and first of all I will just use any used any default font, and I will just remove the first font, just remove the whole, delete the first font, and just write Pacifico. So basically you are seeing that there are three types of font: Pacifico, Career Monospace, Career and Monospace. So basically the default system denotes that if the first font is not able to locate in the default folder, then it will search for second and respectively for the third. But in this case I have already have my font from the Google font saved in my by linking it. So I wanted in the first place, so the system used my Pacifico font in my in my respective character. I hope that you understood it. Okay, so my font family is Pacifico, and if I go to my browser, you can see the heading 2, that is pizza ingredients, is in a different type of font that I have chose from the Google fonts. I hope that you understood this. It's a kind of complex to make it through my voice, but if you try it, you will find it more better. Then font size is XS large. Font size is a thing that you will read and understand. I don't need to explain it to you. Font size is just adjusting the size of the font. Okay, then let's move to the last thing, that is another thing, basically my paragraph character. So if I go to my paragraph character, it's have a look at our intro video. So it's my only one paragraph. So if you see, I have changed the color to blue, then I have a line height basically means the spacing between two the line height basically means that if you have multiple lines in a paragraph, so the spacing between two particular sentences is the line height. Basically I have only one line in my whole website, that's why you won't be able to see the change, but if you try on your own, you will definitely see the change. Then it's bold. Then the next attribute is font weight. Font weight is just making the text look more intenser or lower, like bolder or not. So as you can see here, it's looking like a kind of a bold text. Then there is another attribute, that is text align, it is in the center. And then word spacing. Word spacing is another attribute that is understood by the name itself, the distance between two words. So I have the distance as 10 pixels or 10, whatever you call it. In this way you can create your own style sheet in your way. Guys, CSS is not completed yet. It was just basics of CSS. Knowing the basics of CSS, there are many attributes that you can use on your own and make your website look more good and more attractive. Later in these sessions, when we will move a great more ahead, we will also look at JavaScript. JavaScript is like giving animations to a website and making it extremely good and the final touch to it, like in this way. So this is the starting episode. This is episode 1 of CSS. We have completed the basics of HTML. Now we have completed the first lecture of CSS, and I hope guys that you like this video. If you like this video, do comment down your favorite part in this video, and if you have any queries, any sort of doubts you have, you can please ask me in the comment section. I will try to help out as much I can. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Bye bye, take care.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.